Picture Maya, a young girl, full of youthful energy and a spirit ready for adventure. She's standing beside her bright red bike, a gleaming symbol of freedom, ready to ride it without training wheels for the very first time. This is a big day, a milestone in her young life. Her father, a pillar of support and encouragement, steadies her, his hand gently guiding the bicycle. He offers a reassuring smile, a silent promise of support. But soon, as her father releases his grip, she wobbles, the bike swaying precariously from side to side. The initial thrill starts to give way to a flicker of uncertainty. Inevitably she falls, the hard ground meeting her with an unwelcome jolt, and she scrapes her knee. The excitement of the moment is replaced by a sharp sting of pain. Tears come, not just from the physical pain of the scrape, but from the emotional sting of feeling like she failed. The disappointment is palpable, a heavy weight on her small shoulders. Instead of letting her wallow in despair, Maya's father kneels beside her and gently asks, "What do you think happened, sweetheart?" He wants her to analyze, to understand. After a moment of reflection, Maya realizes she looked down at the wobbling wheel and panicked when the bike wobbled, losing her balance. The fall transforms from a moment of defeat into a valuable clue, a piece of information to help her succeed. It's not the end, but a new beginning. With newfound determination, she tries again, her eyes sparkling with resolve. This time she's focusing ahead, her gaze fixed on a point in the distance, a strategy to maintain her equilibrium. She's learning to anticipate the wobble, to subtly steer into it, making small adjustments to keep the bike upright. Each fall, though frustrating, teaches her something new about the delicate dance of balance and control. She gains a deeper understanding about balance and the importance of unwavering focus. The scrapes on her knees, once symbols of failure, become badges of effort, proof of her perseverance. Finally, after numerous attempts, she rides all the way to the majestic oak tree at the end of the path and back, a triumphant grin spreading across her face. The real victory isn't just the act of riding the bike, it's something far more profound. It's the invaluable lesson she learned, that falling is not the opposite of moving forward, but an integral part of it. Maya discovers that every stumble, every moment of doubt, is actually a step toward achieving true freedom and mastery. The enduring lesson she carries forward is that progress is not built on the illusion of perfection, but on the solid foundation of unwavering persistence. Maya's story, with all its ups and downs, is not just her own. It's a reflection of everyone's story, a shared human experience. The truth is, failure is universal. It touches us all, regardless of who we are or what we do. Whether you're a student grappling with complex equations, an artist facing a blank canvas, unsure of where to begin, or an entrepreneur navigating the turbulent waters of a startup, we all know the sting of falling short, that feeling of not quite measuring up to our own expectations or the expectations of others. Our first instinct when faced with setbacks is often to retreat, to withdraw from the challenge. It's easy to let doubt creep in and define us, to question our abilities and potential. But failure isn't a final verdict on our worth or capabilities. Instead, it's valuable feedback, a crucial piece of information that can guide us toward improvement. Scientists don't quit after a failed experiment. They don't see it as the end of the road. They meticulously analyze the results, adjust their approach, and try again, armed with new knowledge. The real danger isn't failure itself, but letting the fear of it paralyze us, stopping us from even attempting to pursue our goals. A failed project, left unfinished and gathering dust, or a missed goal, a target that remains just out of reach, is simply valuable data that can inform our strategy and improve our chances of success next time. Acknowledge the hurt, allow yourself to feel the disappointment, but don't dwell on it. Don't let it consume you and hold you back. See failure not as a dead end, but as a signpost, not a stop sign, but a guide pointing you toward a different, perhaps better path. True growth comes from using disappointment as a guide, learning from our mistakes and refining our approach. Every setback, every stumble, is a valuable chance to learn, adapt, and ultimately move forward with greater wisdom and resilience. Learning from failure builds resilience, our ability to bounce back. Each setback strengthens us, like a muscle growing with use. True confidence comes from rising after a fall, not from never failing. This is the heart of a growth mindset, seeing abilities as expandable through effort. Failure transforms from threat to opportunity. It sparks creativity and innovation, freeing us to experiment and discover. The greatest breakthroughs are born from trial and error. Embracing failure is how we unlock our true potential. History's greatest successes aren't accidents, they're meticulously built on the foundations of failure. Every towering achievement, every groundbreaking innovation has its roots in missteps, setbacks, and lessons learned the hard way. Consider J.K. Rowling. Before Harry Potter became a household name, her manuscript was rejected by 12 different publishers. It's hard to imagine now, but the wizarding world almost didn't exist before becoming a global phenomenon. She persisted, fueled by an unwavering belief in her story, turning rejection into motivation. She didn't let the initial setbacks define her path. Thomas Edison, the father of modern invention, tested thousands of materials, tirelessly experimenting and refining his approach. He faced countless dead ends and unsuccessful attempts before finally inventing the light bulb, famously saying, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each failure, each discarded material brought him closer to the ultimate success. Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player of all time, was initially cut from his high school basketball team. Throughout his career, he missed thousands of shots and lost hundreds of games, experiencing the sting of defeat time and time again. He acknowledged this struggle, saying, "I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." His failures were not roadblocks, but rather stepping stones to greatness. These legends didn't shy away from failure, they embraced it, analyzed it, and learned from it. Their setbacks, rather than crushing them, fueled their determination and imparted invaluable wisdom. Success isn't a straight line, it's rarely a direct ascent. Instead, it's a winding road, often uphill, paved with lessons learned from failure. What truly sets these individuals apart is not the absence of failure, but their response to it, their ability to transform failure into fuel for future endeavors. Their stories serve as a powerful reminder that setbacks are not dead ends, but rather, essential stepping stones on the path to achievement. Remember, every legend, every icon was once a beginner, grappling with uncertainty and doubt. But what distinguished them was their unwavering spirit, their refusal to quit in the face of adversity. How do we turn stumbles into progress? Start by reframing failure as a learning moment, not a defeat. Ask, what can I learn? What will I do differently next time? Adjust your approach. Don't just repeat the same actions. Break big goals into smaller steps and seek help when needed. Reach out to mentors or learn new skills to fill gaps. Be kind to yourself. Feeling disappointed is normal, but don't let it define you. Celebrate the courage to try and the lessons learned. Remember, failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the journey. Every stumble brings you closer to your goals, shaping you into someone stronger and wiser.